as we jump into the hockey stuff, man, there's one thing that just needs to be at the forefront because I feel like it's every hockey person's dream. But it's a pressing matter. But there's a really funny clip of you on social media when you just got called back to Pitt on your 21st birthday. Yeah. And you're playing on a line with Sid. And you said that no one, not in your family, not Kay, has ever gotten you a present that good. So I want to know, what was that run for? What was that run like for you when you were out there all of a sudden on a line with one of the greatest to ever do it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, everybody knows what he's done in this game and the great person that he is. And I think the coolest part about Sid is, like, he could just be sitting here, like, on this pod and, like, be talking like a normal guy. And, like, he's just such a genuine, great human being. And I think when I got up and, like, I saw that I was playing with him and, like, first practice, like, he made me feel so comfortable and, like, feel great in that environment. And then obviously, like, starting the game and, like, seeing him during the national anthem and then lining up for that first face-off with him, like, it's super cool. But then I think in the game, like, at the end of the day, like, we're all hockey players out there. And so, like, I'm just trying my best. Like, it's my first time getting called up since the start of the season. So, like, I want to play my best and do my thing. So I think playing with him is unbelievable and it's so cool. But there is a moment where, like, I have to go out there and play my game and do what I can do. But, like, there's like one thing that stands out is, like, I gave him this pass that was just like an absolute flutter, like, horrible pass.
Just a pizza.
Like, and he grabs it with his skate and, like, continues to skate full stride. Like, I'm like, that's just not normal. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's unfair. Like, you cannot do that. But yeah, I think I can't stress enough, like, how great of a guy he is. Like, people talk about it online and, like, this, that, but, like, Sid is such an incredible human and such a great guy and made me feel so welcome.
Well, what's interesting, man, is I feel like it doesn't matter if you're a rookie or if you are a 10-year vet. Playing with him for the first time is one of those larger-than-life feelings, I would imagine.
Yeah.
In case anyone listening doesn't know, I never played with Sid. So, but what are some of the things that he does, like maybe even those little things, whether it be in the locker room, on the bench, or on the ice, that try to make it for you like it's not that big of a deal? It's just another shift with another teammate.
Yeah. I would say the big thing with him is communication, like, making sure I know, like, all the face-off plays, all the different things. Like, if he sees something in the game, like, he'll let me know, but, like, not in, like, a bad way, but, like, he's just like, hey, like, maybe do this next time. Or, like, if you see me running this route, then you run this route. Like, it's just, like, normal hockey talk. And, like, he makes, like, he puts me in a comfortable environment that, like, I'm used to. And, like, he talks hockey with me because, like, obviously my life is revolved around hockey. So, like, I think that, like, him talking to me about that stuff, like, puts me in a comfortable environment and, like, allows me to play free and, like, allows me to, like, pick up on certain things that he does. And then especially, like, things like he was asking me, like, what I like to do, or, like, some of my, like, habits that I do during the game. And so, like, I could tell him that, and I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. Like, Sid's asking me some of my habits. So, like,
and
just
Ruts thought he meant, like, on Saturdays. He's like, I like hike and go. And he's like, dude, go back door.
I actually love carving pumpkins, Sid. I don't know.
I really enjoy carving pumpkins and eating pumpkin seeds. And chipping my tooth on dill pickle seeds. No, but he's an incredible guy. And I think in the locker room too is, like, I think he loves, like, seeing us and, like, we got, like, a really hungry group, especially down in Wilkes. Like, we had such a great crew this year of competitive, like, hardworking guys, but also, like, great guys. So, like, when we came up, like, it was pretty cool for us to see how mature they are and, like, why they've been so successful. And then also for us, like, our goal was to go in there and, like, give them some juice and help the team win. So I feel like playing with Sid was definitely incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Well, actually, that's a perfect transition because I wanted to talk about the team right now. And it's interesting because it's kind of in a weird spot where it's like that core has had such tremendous success, 3 cups, and, you know, they're getting old. I guess Sid's not getting older because he's like 25 still somehow. But
that guy can play until he's 70.
It's
100%.
nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts. But, the Penguins have missed playoffs for the last 3 years, right? Which is not the standard that has been set there over the last 2 decades, basically, during Sid and Gino's tenure and Tanger's tenure. As part of the youth movement on that team, does it feel like there's pressure to, like, we got to right the ship, we got to get back in playoffs? Because there's all that smoke that's like, people don't want Sid to go out this way and stuff. What does that feel like as being one of the young guys on the team?
For me, I would say just, like, I'm a competitor. Like, I feel like everywhere I've been, like, I've always played on winning teams, and, like, I always help try and be a part of that. So I think for me, like, going into camp, especially just going in there and not having any regrets and going in there and guns a-blazing and try and play my best. And then hopefully I make the team, and then just bring that juice. I think there's no really pressure. I would just say go in there every day with the same attitude. And I feel like that's what I bring. I feel like that's what a lot of the young guys bring. So I think I wouldn't say there's any pressure, but I would definitely say that, like, no one wants to lose.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So I think going in there, having good attitude every day, and, like, it's super cliche to say, but, like, it's a hard thing to do. Like,
yeah, dude.
Like going in there every day, bringing the same juice, bringing the same energy, playing my game every day, and just being consistent, I think is the biggest thing.
Go ahead, Dan.
What's the vibe like with how split the locker room is from an age perspective? Obviously, it's not split, or I would hope it's not split from a vibes perspective, but you've got so many, all-time Hall of Fame veterans in that locker room, and then you really do have this great next wave with guys like you. Does everyone do a great job of meshing together and just making it feel like this awesome culture that's been there for so many years?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, something that stands out to me was, like, my first time up, like, at the start of the year, like, doing team dinners, like, hanging out together, and, like, especially in the locker room, like, it would be very easy for those guys, like, not to talk to I was 20 years old at the time, like, and they're established guys, and, like, they're making me feel so welcome, and like, it's a family. And I feel like those guys are super competitive as well, so competing with each other in practice, and I think there's no divide at all. I think that they have done such an amazing job, and especially those 3 guys have done incredible. Like, I sat next to Malkin my first time up, and then I sat next to Sid my second time up, and just talking to those guys, they're still, like, great guys, great hockey players. Like, yeah, they've had a long career, but, like, they're still unbelievable guys that make you feel so welcome. And there's a reason that they're talked about as the best leaders to ever do it. It's because they know how to run the ship. They know how to make everybody feel welcome and create that family environment.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Does Gino pretend he can't speak English to you? Or
No. Gino's been great. Like, especially after I scored my first goal, like, he came up to me in the locker room in St. Louis, and he's like, "Congrats, Rutger."
Congrats. Well, I mean, you got that epic pic of you with the Gino shirt on. So he had to show you some love. That's unbelievable.
No, totally. Yeah, that was when I was like 10 years old. That was my first ever time playing in Honey Baked, like in like a tryout tournament in Pittsburgh, and I was wearing the Evgeny Malkin jersey.
So sick. I had used the word pressure, but maybe actually, from what you're talking about with the attitude down in Wilkes and what you guys were building there and all the development people they were bringing in for you guys, maybe it's more excitement, right? Yeah, maybe that's the word, where it's like you guys are excited about what you're going to be able to do.
I think the things that they've done in Pitt, especially with, like, the development is the best.
Insane.
Like, there's nothing that can compare to that. Like,
can you elaborate on that for the people?
Yeah, like the
stuff
quality.
you guys do
It's
after
not just
practice?
how much we do it. Like, it's the quality too. Like, they have the best at every position. If it's skating, if it's skills, if it's wall work, if it's, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they have it. And, like, the amount of video, like, and Kirk McDonald in the A, like, the head coach, like, did such a phenomenal job. And I think I would say that it is excitement, because I feel like we're all, like, we can see it, and, like, we can see the improvements throughout the year, and we can see how much better we've gotten. And, like, especially for me, like, at the start of the year, I've said this before, but, like, at the start, like, I was just surviving out there, and then when I went out, like, the second time, like, I felt like I could actually make an impact on the game, and, like, and my game still isn't where I wanted it to be. Like, I feel like I can still improve, and, like, this summer's been huge, but, like, I think that, like, I actually got better throughout the year, and that was the coolest part for me. So I would say it's a lot of excitement of, like, how much we're improving and how much better we're getting, and like eager to like go and like help and like go like bring that juice and bring that energy.
Well, I think you are such a good example of the right attitude to have when you have had that experience of going from the A back to the show. And that's not something that everyone has. When you said you're a competitor, you've played at the highest level your whole life, you've been on really good teams your whole life, and you yourself have been a star, a contributor on all of those teams. What is it about your mentality that allows you to have that positive outlook when you do things like, listen, you don't want to be in the AHL, you want to be in the NHL, but when you've gone, everyone we've talked to, all of your coaches, all of your teammates say that you've just had the best attitude ever, and you take that everywhere you go. What is that mentality that you carry that keeps you that positive, making you want to get to the next level?
That's a good question. I think for me, like, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and like I don't fake it. Like, you know what you're gonna get from me every day, and like that's something that I've really taken a lot of pride in, and like especially like my mom and my grandpa like have done such a great, like they're just the two like happiest go lucky humans I've ever met in my life, and so when I've been around that my whole life, like it's hard not to be like that. So I feel like walking into the rink with a smile on your face, and the dog days of February when it's super cold outside and like you might have just lost 2-3 games in a row, like coming into the rink and like bringing that juice and like being competitive in practice, like getting the guys going. Like I feel like that's something that I've done such a great job of throughout my career, and like I'm going to keep doing. So I think like I don't fake it. I think just wearing my heart on my sleeve and being who I am, and just hopefully getting the best out of it.